Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. Continuing to see those cloudy conditions out there this morning as we have a slightly breezy northeasterly wind keeping things on the cloudy side. Could see a few breaks in the clouds as we get later in the day, but overall expecting things to remain overcast to possibly mostly cloudy at times. Otherwise, temperatures up in the mid-60s and just seeing that slightly breezy northeasterly wind. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we have this area of low pressure moving off the coast, still influencing the local region this morning with those northeasterly winds and that cloud cover, but that will finally make a exit off to the east as we move through the day today. We'll see brief ridging over the area, and then another upper level trough will be tracking across the region, and a broad area of low pressure moving just south of the region. And that's going to bring that shower activity that we're expecting as we get into our Saturday. Take a look at the upper level winds this morning, seeing those winds generally out of the north as we go up through the column, becoming more northwesterly to westerly as we get up in the mid and upper levels. Seeing our peak wind today fairly light, 31 knots at 25,000 feet, and the freezing level today is at 13,500 feet. We look at the current visible satellite, we could see plenty of high cloud, but definitely plenty of low cloud socked in over the region. Expecting that to continue as we again move through the day today, and do see a few breaks in that cloud cover, but nothing that will be too prolonged as we move through the day. Better chance of seeing that later in the afternoon into the first part of the evening, but it should be short-lived. If we look at the short-term high-resolution model for our weekend forecast here, again expecting dry conditions, cloudy conditions to continue, and a slightly breezy northeasterly wind as we move through the day today. Going into the overnight, we'll see that wind back off slightly, and we'll have that chance of a few breaks in the clouds, but the clouds will build back in as we go into the early morning hours Saturday as the shower activity starts to approach the Wallops area. Expecting first chances of some light showers after we get past the 6 a.m. time frame, but a bulk of the activity will hold off until we get more into the late morning and into the afternoon, where we'll see a good chance of seeing scattered showers around the area and a chance of a few heavier showers embedded within that activity overall. But overall, just seeing a kind of dreary day as we move through our day on Saturday. Very slight chance we see any thunderstorm activity with this as we're under some cooler air and not as unstable, so not expecting a high lightning threat with this. That continues as we go into Saturday evening, and then we should see most of that shower activity phase out with just some lingering chances of a few showers around overnight into early on Sunday morning, possibly seeing some showers linger into the first part of Sunday with early on Sunday morning, but then we'll see things drying out as we go through the day on Sunday. If we zoom out and look at the longer term forecast here with the European model, we'll move into a drier period as we go into the end of the weekend and beginning of next week. We'll keep some onshore winds as we go through Sunday and into Monday. That's going to keep things on the cloudy and slightly cooler side. But as we get into Tuesday, we'll start to see those onshore breezes slowly shift through the day, becoming more subtly into the evening. But high pressure in control over the area as we move through the first part of the week, keeping things dry. And again, we'll start to see more sun as we get into the middle of the week, and that's going to start to drive those temperatures back up to seasonably warm temperatures for the middle and later part of the week. As we get into the day on Thursday, we have potentially an upper level trough moving off to our north, and that's going to bring a boundary through the area. Not looking like a high rain event with this, but bringing a chance of some showers, possibly some storms into our area during the day on Thursday before clearing out as we go into the day on Friday. So if we look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, expecting our temperatures up to around 66 degrees for our high today. We'll keep those winds out of the northeast, 7 to 12 knots, gusting up to 18 knots. But overall, green conditions expected as we move through our work hours today. Chance of a few breaks in the clouds as we get later into the evening, and then back to overcast conditions going through the overnight. And we'll see those winds becoming pretty light out of the east at 2 to 7 knots, allowing temperatures to cool down to around 55 degrees. We'll see a slight chance of maybe some patchy mist around the area, but overall we pick up that yellow risk for precip as we get past the 6 a.m. time frame, with the bulk of that activity moving through as we get past 8 a.m. We look at the extended forecast here. Again, 70% chance we'll see those scattered showers around as we move through the day. On Saturday, we start to see those chances decrease as we go Saturday evening into Sunday morning, where things become more isolated in nature. And then again, that should be wrapping up as we get into the second part of Sunday, if we see any lingering showers early on Sunday. But temperatures in the low 60s as we move through our weekend, low temperatures in the mid 50s. And then as we get into Monday and Tuesday of next week, we'll start to see a slow warming trend as the winds start to turn more southerly. Continue cloudiness on Monday, and then we'll see partly to mostly cloudy at times as we move through the day on Tuesday, back into the 70s for Tuesday, and that continues as we go into midweek. Wednesday looking at 76, Thursday looking at that high pushing 80 degrees, and our low temperatures will start climbing into the upper 50s and lower 60s, and pick up that 40% chance of a shower or thunderstorm as we move through the day on Tuesday. So that's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again Monday at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy your weekend.